talking about Zebec Network, Zbcn. Again, before I get into the video, guys, take a look at the top link in the description below this video. Hop into the Discord. It's a wap.com link to join the Discord. Again, looking to create just a like-minded community of investors in the Discord, investors that are invested in similar cryptos, bullish on similar cryptos, buy and sell alerts and things like that. I am looking for mods in there as well. So if you're interested in becoming a Discord mod, send me a DM on Discord. I really would appreciate it. Again, top link in the description below this video for that. But let's get into it, you guys. Zebec Network 004221 at the time of this video. Price action remaining pretty stagnant. I think there's just a ton of market suppression overall. Really quickly, if we just touch on the market as a whole, I think just a ton of, I don't want to say manipulation, but there is, we're looking at the last 7 days. BTC and ETH both down 5+% when we were, it seemed like on a pretty meteoric rise up to levels we hadn't seen before when it comes to these top coins, obviously in the market, BTC and ETH. So to see this significant pullback that we are seeing, it is, I don't want to call it necessarily frustrating because it's just a part of the market that we are in, but nonetheless, I did want to touch on that because it is obviously, if it's suppressing those coins at the top, BTC and ETH, it's obviously going to trickle down and suppress the coins beneath it quite a bit. So I think it's important to kind of understand that the market as a whole, right? These coins that we're sitting at here, or we're talking about Zebec, or we're talking about any coin I talk about on the channel. It's not necessarily like the market as a whole is moving downward at this time, right? And just as quickly as it can move upward, and just as quickly things can change within hours, right? In the crypto market, if you've been in crypto long enough, you understand that. So when you're seeing, Zebec, like for example, down 13% over the last 7 days, but if you go compare it to Solana, or you compare it to other major utility cryptos on Solana, you would see similar type of price action, right? It just is what it is. But talking more specifically here about the Zebec Network, it did recently surpass 80,000 holders, and it surpassed 80,000 holders pretty easily. And then now obviously on the way to 82,000 holders, which to me, very, very bullish, obviously. I think it goes without saying that people finding out about Zebec, seeing the tech and infrastructure that they are building, it's not, I don't want to say it's easy to kind of get on board, but it is rather, in my opinion, if you understand tech and you understand the place in which Zebec can, the niche and sector essentially in which Zebec can become part of the market, you can kind of understand why people would be bullish. And I also find it interesting, Zebec in Uphold, which I think there are a good amount of people that watch these videos and are bullish on Zebec, maybe hold their crypto on, or hold their Zebec on Uphold. It's one of the first money platforms or financial platforms. It's not an exchange, but one of the first financial platforms that offered Zebec and still does. Obviously, it's not on Coinbase or Binance, which obviously is, I think, bullish without those listings still, and we've seen massive price action. But you can see there's some clips here. I'll put a link to this tweet in the description. I don't want to get copyrighted, but I will put a link. This is a very, very interesting 2-minute video, basically talking about Zebec's place in the market and where it can possibly go. Again, shout out to Drop Sniper X3 on Twitter. I will put a link to this tweet in the description. But 4 billion Zbcn staked, right? Zbcn staking now live. 1 month 8% APY, 3 months 12% APY, 4 months 15% APY. You can see that here. Again, not financial advice. Do your own research. And then obviously Zebec team put out, there's a complete sit down, 36-minute sit down on their Twitter page, which is sit downs with Zebec's managing director for compliance. It talks about how GateKnox, which was, I believe, purchased by Zebec, a Zebec Network company, which is an AI-powered KYC, and how GateKnox is powering products and why he joined Zebec Network. And then coming back to it even more so, the Zebec cards continue to kind of do their collaborations and building out these Zebec cards with other, crypto blockchains and different crypto projects and things like that. Like they recently announced their 16th chain, or adding its 16th chain, Zano, first privacy blockchain on Zebec. It's a privacy-focused blockchain with untraceable transactions and hybrid proof of work POS consensus for optimal blockchain security. So they announced this one, Zano, and then previously before that they had announced Cloud community, CMD integration. Clyde community is a permissionless cloud infrastructure provider catering to AI and Web3 development. So again, these are like smaller companies, but they're continuing to kind of build out and collaborate with these companies, which again, I think just empowers Zebec cards even more. Obviously, it's not going to create a ton of sentiment and bullish sentiment right now, But as they build these things out, and then as these companies like ArcX, and uh, this company, right, and Xano, as they continue to get bigger and bigger, it obviously then trickles down and affects and creates bullish sentiment for Zebec cards, and then obviously Zebec Network. So, yeah, again, let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about Zebec. Obviously, price action is down. I think it's the whole market suppression as well. Please let me know in the comments below how you feel about Zebec currently. Hit that subscribe button. You guys join the link in the description below. Join the Discord, sorry, in the description below. And as always, have a great day.